Look at this. This isn't a car. It's a postcode on wheels. We're talking €500,000. €500,000. With that money, you could buy a beach house. Or you could buy this, the new Brabus built on the Mercedes-AMG G63. And here's the €1,000,000 question. What are you actually paying for? Is it the engine, the carbon fiber, the hours of artisans stitching leather by hand? Or are you really paying for the entry ticket to one of the most exclusive clubs on earth? Today we're going to find out whether this beast is worth its weight in gold, or if it's all smoke. Before Brabus enters the story, you have to respect the donor, the canvas, the Mercedes-AMG G63 W465. From the factory, this thing is already absurd. Mercedes took a military design from the 1970s and stuffed it with technology that feels like it belongs in the future. Under the hood sits a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, and now it comes with 48-volt mild hybrid tech. Yes, in some places it even qualifies for an eco label, which is hilarious because it drinks fuel like tomorrow doesn't exist. Stock output is 585 horsepower and 850 Nm of torque. And then there's the AMG Active Ride Control suspension, the system that somehow convinces a 2.6-ton brick to take corners without tipping over. But here comes the pain. Money, especially in Spain. The base price is around $163,000. And then the state takes its bite. For a Brabus customer, that's not the price. That's the entry fee. Now forget what you think you know. Brabus isn't a neighborhood shop slapping on stickers. They're registered as a manufacturer. When a G63 arrives, they don't modify it. They tear it down. Completely. And then they rebuild it piece by piece. Engine and performance. The heart. If you're going for the Brabus 800, it's not just an ECU tune. They replace the turbos with larger Brabus units. The result, 800 horsepower and 1,000 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 km/h in a dead flat 4.0 seconds. But if money means nothing, and you step up to the Brabus 900 Rocket, they do something crazier. They bore the engine. The displacement goes from 4.0 liters to 4.5 liters. Forged pistons, a new crankshaft, real engineering, aerodynamics, wide star. Then you see the fenders and you understand the word presence. This is the wide star kit. It makes the car about 10 centimeters wider, and it's not cheap plastic, it's glazed carbon fiber. On editions like deep red or mean green, even the carbon itself has color, achieved by tinting the resin. Add a power dome hood so the engine can breathe, and a rear wing that, believe it or not, actually helps aero. Wheels and brakes. The wheels are monoblock platinum edition, 24 inches, yes, 24. Tires are 295/30 up front and a ridiculous 355/25 in the rear. On Rocket versions, you even get aerodynamic carbon discs designed to pull heat away from the brakes, which, by the way, are enormous. The masterpiece interior. Inside is where the money becomes real. Brabus calls it masterpiece, and the first thing they do is throw the Mercedes leather out and replace it with their own. Breathable leather, hand-stitched with patterns like shell or aerowave, taking hundreds of hours of manual work. And the new W465 chassis adds a detail that feels small until you live with it. Easy entry hinges. The rear doors now open to 90 degrees, making it far easier to get in and out. Then comes the modern Flex, a digital passport, using blockchain tech and hidden NFC chips to certify authenticity, proof that it's real, not a copy. Now bring out the calculator, let's build one. First, the donor car, $221,870, official price in Spain with taxes. Then the conversion, a Brabus 800 conversion. Parts, labor, paint, typically adds $180,000 to $250,000. Step into a 900 Rocket or an XLP, the 6x6 pickup, and the conversion alone can exceed $400,000. So a finished Brabus 800 easily lands at $450,000 to $500,000. And if you go for limited editions like the XLP 6x6, list prices have been seen above $1.3 million. It's not expensive anymore. It's surreal. A lot of people say, I'll buy one used and save money. That's cute. Look at the current European market and you'll see Brabus 800 examples based on the new model selling anywhere from $325,000 to $571,000. Why such a massive spread? 3 reasons. Mileage. KMEOZEO. Cars can cost more than brand new because they bypass the waiting list, sometimes 9 months. Additions. If it's something like super black or mean green, it holds value like a rock. Visible carbon. The more exposed carbon fiber, the higher the price. In this world, you're not paying only for the car, you're paying for immediacy, and time is more expensive than money. You bought it. Congratulations. Now get ready to bleed. Maintaining this isn't like maintaining a Golf. Services. Mercedes has Service A every year or 15,000 kilometers, and Service B every 2 years. A basic Service A might be around $300, Service B around $600. But on a BRABUS, oil is sacred. They use specific synthetic oils, like UD40 or 5W40 from Motul, to protect turbos pushing around 1.4 bar of boost. This is where you start crying. Tires. With 24-inch wheels, each tire costs over $800, and with 1,000 Nm of torque, you'll eat them fast. Brakes. If you have ceramic brakes and it's time to replace them, think $33,000 for the full kit. Yes, the price of a compact car in brakes alone. Fuel. Officially, it claims around 14 to 16 liters per 100 kilometer. In real life, in traffic, or if you drive it hard, you won't see under 20 to 25 liters. Insurance. In Spain, full coverage needs special high-end policies. Expect $3,500 to $12,000 per year. So, does it make sense? If you use logic, absolutely not. It's loud, stiff, drinks fuel like a ship, and costs 3 times the car it's based on. But BRABUS buyers don't use logic. They buy status. They buy the feeling of owning the biggest, loudest object on the road. And strangely enough, if you choose the limited editions, Rocket or XLP, it can be a surprisingly safe financial move because they don't really lose value. So the real question isn't whether you can afford it. The real question is, do you want to be discreet? Or do you want people to hear you arriving from the next postcode over? If it's the second one, BRABUS is your brand.